What's up, y'all? The Shamanist Shank is back at you with another one, and today I got something pretty daggum cool. If you love buck, you're one of them buck loyals, you'll definitely appreciate this. Well, at least I hope you do. But I know I do, and I know why, because I designed it. Well, I customized it, whatever you want to call it. But without further ado, that pretty much gives it away. I'm talking about my beloved, my beautiful Buck 119 custom. And as you see, I also got a custom sheath for that bad boy too, but I'll get into that. Yeah, you best believe I will, Bo. Let me tell you what, this thing right here, to me, is gorgeous. It's an absolute piece of work, a piece of art, and I love it. And I know the past like two videos I've been kind of going in on Buck about their custom, about the premium price, which I still stand by that. I think that 184 Frontiersman is a bit extreme with that $65 jump up just for choosing a custom, but it is what it is, y'all. I'm a sucker. I had to do it. But like I said, with the 119, it's not that extreme. I actually think that with the 119, I think it was like a $45 upcharge, which is like pretty crazy, but it is what it is, y'all. I mean, I just had to do it. And look at that, y'all. How can you say no? How can you say no, baby? I mean, my gosh. But like I said, get into the stats of this thing. It is just a 119, but not really, if you know what I mean. But it's coming in, 6 inches at the blade, which I still think that looks a little bit longer than 6 inches. But, you got a 6-inch blade. You got 8 ounces in weight, just like usual. But I do think that does vary. Like, with the phenolic handles, given, if you put wood handles on this or the elk, I've never held the elk, but I do think that weight would definitely jump up a little bit because this definitely has a higher weight than my basic 119. So definitely keep that in mind. But like I said, I love a little bit of weight to it. I mean, it feels great in the hand. It feels sturdy. It feels classic. It feels like, it can get the job done, whatever job that need be. But, and of course, the overall length of 10.5 inches. I mean, whatever. But this knife is a do-it-all and a classic and a beauty. And this is all mine. All mine. I straight designed this bad boy. And I'm sure there's people out there that have the exact same knife that designed it. But this one's mine, baby. It's my custom. Give it to me. Let me keep it. And I love it. And let me tell you something. The great thing about this is, even though I have been, not bashing, but kind of talking in a negative manner about, the upcharge of the custom. This knife right here, out the gate, was $195, and that is not too bad to be under 200 bucks. I know only about $5, but still under 200 bucks. That is pretty freaking cool. So let's get into it, y'all. As you see, whenever you are to choose to do a custom on the Buck website, you automatically have the basic, 119 special right there in front of you. Same thing as you would pay 74 bucks for at Walmart or on the website. So we start off at 200 bucks for a custom right off the gate. So with that being said, of course, as you see, I swapped out the nickel for the brass. Gotta have that nice gold, beautiful classic look. And I opted for the blue wood handles. Gorgeous. And guys, I really struggled with that option. I really did, because the wild man in me wanted to go, man, I want that elk. Damn, I want that shock wood. And man, oh man, doesn't that shoot the price up? The elk itself is $135 to slap those on here, and the shock wood is $150. What? Oh man, oh man, oh man. I had to calm down, had to splash some water on my face. I'm like, okay, let's be real, bud. Let's be real. So I opted for the blue. And the reason I did that is because, of course, aside from the walnut, the ebony, I think it's cherry wood on there they have. And of course they have the ironwood, which is, I think, 55 bucks on there too. That's a premium wood. I opted for the blue wood. And they really don't specify like what type of wood this is, but it is what it is, man. But it's definitely blue, and I thought that was a little bit different from having like a brownish or reddish hue that you would usually get like in a basic grain of wood. But man, oh man, I'm so glad I chose that. I feel my pocket is happy and I'm happy, so that's really cool. But of course, I got the brass, got the blue wood, and also another deciding factor in that handle material was the blade. And I struggled with this as well, guys. I kept going back and forth between the chip flint, which as you see is absolutely jaw-dropping. That is a beautiful blade. My God, so much character. And I also went back and forth with the black S30V Cerakote black blade. And also, I know I've written it on the description of the past videos. I made a comment saying that the S30V is not available in black Cerakote on the custom website. It actually is. I'm so sorry I said that. That was misinformation on my behalf. And yes, you can get S30V in black Cerakote, but only on the 119, not the 110. You know, just so you know, just to let you know, and not to take anything away from that Alaskan guide, but still, the Alaskan guide is still a wonderful option if you don't want to, you know, get a custom, or if you want that S30V without paying, you know, 35 to 40 bucks more. But back to it, people. But as you see, you know, I chose the chip flint. Come on, man. And this is still in 420HC, but man, oh man, I just could not turn it down. And I think a lot of that had to do with me already having the Alaskan Guide 119. I already had that, you know, the black Cerakote. And of course, you know, I just said, man, I gotta get something different, man. This is my baby. You know, I gotta make it pop. And I chose the chip flint, and that is absolutely gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, and like I said, the video, and going back to what I've said before, you know, when you get a knife in your hand, you actually can look at it, feel it, and appreciate it for what it is. It is gorgeous, guys. But the chip flint, I think the chip flint came in around, dare I say, I think it was 50 bucks. But you're still, like I said, you're still getting that 420HC, which is a great still, guys. You know, like I said, 420 basic, you know, is what it is. I mean, it's still a great still, but Buck does magic with that stuff. So, I mean, I wasn't too down and out about it. You know, I was like, okay, I was familiar with 420HC, but I'm also getting that dynamic, awesome look, guys. That is classic, timeless. And man, I just couldn't turn it down. So I pulled the trigger, I got it. And like I said, this knife ran me $195 out the door, and I had to wait a painstaking month for this thing. Oh, the travesty. But hey, they tell you that whenever you do all your payments on the website, they let you know that it's going to be a 6 to 8 week turnaround on this knife. And you know, it is what it is. I was like, okay, I expect it. Just please let that thing come to me and this be beautiful, which it is. I am absolutely blown away and in love with this knife. And also another option for this knife that not comes with it. There ain't a damn thing that comes with this knife. I promise you that. Well, I do take that back. The sheath does come with it. You have a choice between a distressed black leather sheath, which I will show you. I'll show it to you right now. It comes in this sheath right here, which is a great high quality sheath, and you know, made in America, baby, right there. That is a beautiful thing to see. But it's more like a suede leather, and man, oh man, I mean, it slides right in there, nice, tight. You know, really no wobbling, to be honest with you. I mean, I know from like, you know, just a basic 119 sheath, it does kind of wobble a little bit, but this one's straight sturdy in there, man. It doesn't wobble, no play in it whatsoever. So this would be a great belt ride right here. But as you see, that's the sheath that it comes with, unless you are a lefty, because you guys lucked out. You guys have the only option to get a nice brown leather sheath, which I really don't understand why they didn't make that, you know, give an option for the lefties, give an option for the righties, and let you get that. Because I mean, I probably would have been hard pressed not to get a brown sheath for it, but I just went ahead and got the distress. But if you're left-handed, you want a custom, they got you, baby. Get on there and get that brown left-hand carry sheath. And of course, the only sheath they charge for is the it's a sheath that is pretty much like the there I go again. It's pretty much like the basic one, except it folds over the top of the knife. It's kind of like a fold over, close, snap right here sheath, which I really don't think that, it didn't really appeal to me at all. You know, I want to be able to reach down, snap on the side, and pull my knife out. I'm not trying to sit there and, you know, like I'm going in a purse for something, but it is what it is. It's still a beautiful sheath. Don't let me bash you if you chose that sheath, because it is awesome. You know, whatever floats your boat, man. But this knife is gorgeous. I can't say it enough. I'm in love with it. And the option, of course, after the sheath is engravement. And man, in my opinion, you cannot get a Buck custom without getting something scribbled on that daggone blade, whether it be your initials, whether it be your birthday, your child's birthday, something. Love you, Daddy. I mean, whatever you want to put on there, you know. Well, hopefully your kids get you that. You don't put it to yourself. But I'm a big fan of Western films, and one of my all-time favorite Westerns is Tombstone. I love Tombstone, and you know what? I consider this knife to be my Huckleberry. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that sweetness right there. That's my Huckleberry, baby. Woo! Yeah, love it, man. This knife is amazing. And also another deciding factor, let me back step here a little bit, but then getting also, they helped me decide on the 420HC and the chip flint, is I want to use this knife. Like, I mean, I know it is so gorgeous. Like, you could have that sitting out on a, as a centerpiece in like a table or something like that. But this knife, I really want to use. And like I said, I'm familiar with 420HC. I know it holds up. As long as you take care of it, it'll take care of you. And I knew if I slapped some $150 handle, grips on there, I'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to do it, man. And that's not the case here, guys. I mean, you got one life to live, and by God, I'm going to use my knives. You know what? If this mofo breaks out there, I will cry. I will definitely cry. But I'm not going to sit around and be like, oh baby, please, oh baby, I love you. No, I'm going to go out there. The way you show your knives love is to use them and then take care of them after the fact. I mean, that's my theory on that. But I mean, it is what it is, guys. Do whatever you want to do. God knows that I have some save queens. I got some save queens in there that I will probably never use. I understand that. I completely understand that. I'm just saying, when I bought this knife and when I designed this knife or customized this knife, I had every intention to use it. I just wanted something to say, hey, that's my custom, that's my baby. I'm going to get out there and get it going. But with all that put aside, guys, it is awesome. I mean, and really, to be honest with you guys, I mean, I know I reviewed the Buck 119 Alaskan Guide a few videos back, and it comes in at $199.99, pretty much $200, and I got this knife, this beautiful custom, for $195. And that's not backtracking either on what I said about the Buck 119 Alaskan Guide or the Buck 110 Alaskan Guide being a great bargain, because it is. Because keep in mind, even though I'm getting that beautiful chip flint, which I mean, that's completely an aesthetic want. That's not enhancing the sharpness of the knife. It's not enhancing the corrosion, the blade retention, nothing like that. It's just a good, cool look. And like I said, I'm familiar with 420HC, and I feel comfortable with it. But you're getting the S30V with the black Cerakote on that knife, which I mean, of course, would jump this 195 up to like 235 or 240. So you're still getting a great buy with that Alaskan Guide if you don't want to go the route of a custom. But definitely, guys, check it out. Man, oh man, what else can I say? What else can I do? But other than just little things that are different with this knife, other than just a basic production buck. I mean, first off, you get this cool little lasering down there that says custom buckshop. That's pretty cool. And of course, you get just the buck anvil down there, just pretty much, you probably can't see that. I know it's kind of showing up bad in the blackness. And also, speaking on this blackness, well, I got to touch base on that. When this came to me with the chip flint, this right here, I actually wiped it down a good bit, because there was a lot of, if anybody knows, I think I've watched a video a while back on like people getting chip flint customs. This comes pretty heavily oiled. Whatever that may be, I'm not quite sure. Please, put down in the comments if you know. Please educate us all. Educate me. But I wiped it off a good bit. Didn't cause any damage to it. It was a lot darker than this when I got it, guys. It was a lot darker, and I was like, damn. And I noticed it came off on my hands. I'm like, I didn't want that going in and out of my sheath and getting on the blade. So I kind of give it a good wipe down, and I think it even looks better, to be honest with you. It kind of brings out just the natural, the indentions of that chip flint. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. And also, speaking about when we're touching base on the blade here, I think this is cool if you are interested in doing a custom and you do want to get an engravement on it. I think this is valuable information, because I did not know this until I got this knife. Another cool thing about getting the 420HC is you see how, of course, I got Huckleberry on there, and you see how it's kind of like cut into the knife, like engraved. You only can get that done if you get the 420. And let me explain. If you like opt for like an S30V, or I mean, like I've said earlier in another video, they offer Magna Cut now in this, and I'm guessing that the S30V and the Magna Cut would still be considered harder stills, of course, than 420HC. But if you want that look of getting something engraved in your blade, of actually being cut into the steel, you would have to get the 420. Now, if you opt for the S30V, or I'm guessing the Magna Cut, you would definitely not be getting that. You're going to get more of like a laser, more of like the the custom buck shop. You see that right there, how they kind of lasered that lettering in? This right here would be darker and would be lasered on there. So it wouldn't be like, you know, engraved in there. And I really, whenever I ordered this knife, I was emailing Buck back and forth like, did you guys get it? Everything cool? Everything right with it? And I finally asked that question, like just off the top. I'm like, hey, you know, because they give 2 examples on the Buck website of what it's going to look like, and I noticed one was kind of different than the other. And I was like, what's up with that? And they broke that news to me. I'm like, oh wow, well that solidifies my want and my need for the 420HC. So they did that, and as you see, that's my hook. I'll be a Huckleberry, baby. That right there is in there. So guys, it is absolutely gorgeous. And just to touch base on this sheath, I had that custom made. I saw a guy on Etsy that makes these things by hand. Super cool guy. He'll get back to you if you have a question about it like that. You know, no problem whatsoever. And it kind of emulates the old 119 sheaths of back in the day with that real thick fold over right there and kind of the whole design, the dip down right there. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. And I think I dropped about maybe 45, 50 bucks on this thing, and he's still there, and I'll put his information down below. Definitely for you to check out if you're interested in that. I think he's got some sweet, sweet holsters on there, sheaths on there, aside from Buck as well. So you can definitely check him out. And I've already showed you the sheath that it came with. I mean, it's beautiful as well. But guys, the Buck 119 Special Custom. After all the crap I've said about Buck's custom website over the past, you know, couple of videos, it's definitely worth it, guys. It's really cool. I think any Buck loyal fan should at least have one custom in their collection, whether it be a 110, the 119, God, what else? The Prince, whatever it is. I mean, the little small little pocket knife. They have a good number of knives on there. I'm really surprised they don't have the 120 on there. I really am surprised, because I would definitely be kind of hard pressed not to pull the trigger on that one. But guys, I'm super glad I did it, and I'm gonna get this this pretty beaut out there and get her dirty. I can't wait to get her dirty this fall. Between this one and the Buck 184, I definitely want to get them dirty, and you know, that's what they're made for, baby. That's what they're made for. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll get back on here again whenever that is and drop another one. But the Buck 119 Special Custom, baby. There's only one. There's only one, and it's all yours, baby. Be selfish, it's okay. It's all yours. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will jump back on here as soon as I can and pull another one out of this old safe of mine. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and please, as always, it's Friday. The weekend is ahead, and there's one thing that you need to make sure that you do, and that is stay sharp.